Hey guys, welcome to tonight's live broadcast. Tonight is all about the power meter and what is one, first of all, and should you be training with one? So welcome everybody so much for hopping in. Before I even go any further, I want to direct you to this week's free bonus, which is 3 free bike workouts that you can do whether you have a computerized trainer or just a regular trainer. All you need to do to go get that is go to bonus, go to www.TriRightCoaching.com, which is my website, and then hit /bike dash, not an underscore, dash bonus. And you will get 3 bike workouts that can be staples within your training program. Hey Jennifer, Carlos, Jim, Lisa, hey Vicky. Hi, Cole. Oh, did you see Cole? You know what? Yeah. So he leaves me alone all day. He hears me start talking to the phone, to the camera. Here he is, and he has to come over. Okay, go lay down. See, he hit the tripod. Anyway, welcome. Hey, Aaron, you haven't been on for a while. Hey, Susan. Hey, Todd. Looking into a power meter. Well, great, Todd, because this is for you. So let me. I have so many thoughts about a power meter, and do I think it's for everyone? No. I'm going to be straight up front with you. No. If you are one of those people that wants to just say, hey, I finished a race, I did it, don't really care about your time, you're not looking to be competitive, maybe you don't need one. It's better, but you don't have to have one. And they're expensive, although prices have come down significantly. Hey, there he is. His cameo. My baby. Hey, Julie. Hey, Ryan. Okay, so if you want to win, this week I'm giving away this book on how to train and race the power meter. If you want to win this book, all you got to do is share this video. That's it. It's very simple. And I will, even if you're catching me on the replay, I don't pick this until like 2 hours, maybe an hour before next week's video. So go ahead and share this video. So, right, Aaron? I'm going to get to that. Shh, shh. Hey, Dave. Hey, Darlene. Okay, so just share the video if you want to be in on the book. Number 1, why benefits of a power meter? Accuracy. Okay, most of us are used to training with heart rate because that's all we had. That's all we could do. That's still, to this day, all we really can do with running. But heart rate is not the best way to train. It's what we have. Power is better, and let me tell you why. Because it is, first of all, the power meters are more time responsive. So for example, you could start redlining in a race and your heart rate monitor isn't going to pick that up until maybe, I don't know, 10, 15, 20, 30 seconds, depending on what you have. Later, after you started redlining, when it's too late and you've already done the damage that you're going to do, a power meter is more accurate. It's going to measure, depending on what you set it for, every 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10. I set mine for 3, which is not great for battery, but it works. But it's more time responsive. And number 1, it's a better indicator. So a heart rate, okay, let's explain it this way. A power meter is going to tell you exactly what you're putting out, the power, the watts that you're putting out. The heart rate is a response to your body's reaction to the effort that you're doing. Does that make sense? Okay. I wanted to go back for a second. So, because what is exactly a power meter? It's just a device that measures torque plus velocity, right? Pressure that you're putting on the pedal plus cadence. That's what a power meter is for all you newbies. Let me back up. I don't want to lose you. I am not a techie person. I'm not into all this stuff, but let me just, it's very simple. Very simple. Hey, Toots, really? Okay. Hey, Michael. Hey, Bill. Bill, where have you been? Watts. Like I said, watts for breakfast. Watts is a combination, okay, how it's measured is a combination of torque plus velocity. So pressure you're putting to the pedals plus how fast, your cadence, your RPMs, how fast you're spinning around. You spin slower, because what most people do, okay, because I have a comp trainer studio, what most people do when the bike ride gets hard, they start pedaling slower. And what does that trainer do? It's trying to tell you how many watts you're supposed to be putting out. So when you start to pedal slower, it puts more pressure on your back wheel. It's exactly the opposite of what you want to do. If you want to make it easier, pedal faster. and it'll get easier. Hey, Eric. So, hey, lose us. I love this time. Aaron, yeah, because you're a little more experienced than a lot of the people on here. But my goal tonight is to try and educate you on why you might consider one. And I'm going to show you what I did and how I went from just an okay biker to a pretty darn good biker by using power. I'm going to show you that later. Don't look. Wait, don't look. Okay? I'm going to show you that. But I don't want to lose people because I have so many newbies on here and people who are, I'm not a techie and I'm not good with gadgets. I'm not good with gadgets. I don't want to read a manual. I don't want to take the time to learn it. Just if I can't plug and play and know how to use it, I don't want to use it. I don't have time. I'm not, sometimes I don't care about the details. I just want the results, right? And so I wanted to get on tonight to talk to you about like why a power meter is you can still do that. You don't let technology intimidate you. How about that? That's kind of what I want to do. Okay, so number 2, it identifies your strengths and weaknesses. So I've been a coach now for 9 years, a professional coach for 9 years, and I prescribe to a regimen of 3 different types of workouts in pretty much all the disciplines. A POPS, this applies to just the bike. A POPS, which is like intervals, like track workout, tempo, and then long, slow endurance, long rides, right? So your longer stuff. Hey, Todd, video and audio is aligned. It's like watching. Oh, sorry, Todd, now you're making me feel bad. Is everybody else having that problem? And I moved the microphone down lower because my last 2 videos, you guys didn't tell me I sounded really loud. Hi, Jackie. Anyway, gosh, where was I? Y'all just distracted me tonight. So a power meter is going to identify your strengths and strengths and weaknesses. So the workouts I do, intervals, tempo, and long. So when I first started, okay, I owned a CompuTrainer, you guys, for probably 4 or 5 years before I actually learned how to use it properly, how to actually get results from it. And it doesn't have to be a CompuTrainer. It could be a Kicker. It could be Zwift. It could be Trainer, whatever you want to use, okay? It doesn't matter. The point is, if you use it accurately and you just kind of play with the numbers a little bit, you can see results and you can manipulate your workouts to make it so that it works for you. So for example, a power meter is going to show you where your strengths and weaknesses are. POPS workout, tempo workout, it's very clear to me which one I'm not good at. One workout I completely dread. I hate it. I don't like it. It's not fun. I don't want to do it. I do it because I have to. I don't want to do it. The other one, all right, cool. I get done. I'm like, that was good. It was a good workout. I'm fine. Very clear to me which one that is. So what that shows you is what you need to work on. I personally am not a good sprinter. I can't do the short, fast stuff. I don't want to red line the whole entire time. I'm just not good at that. But what I am good at, long, slow stuff, tempo stuff, pretty good. I can do that. So what does that mean I need to work on? Sprints, short, fast stuff. So it just shows you kind of where you should put your time and attention into your training and identify those weak areas. Hey, Dawn, you should not be on this video. You should be enjoying a sunset or something. I don't know what the time change is there where you are. Hey, Dan. Kung Fu, pool or pond. Pond would be good for you. So anyway, okay, before I go on, if you want to win this book on how to train a race with power, okay, and it's powerful, it's a little dry, but it's powerful, all you got to do is share this video. And I also wanted to announce last week's winner of what I had, the Yanks for last week from Triathlon Gear for Beginners. Yanks goes to Rachel Carter. Rachel, PM me your address, and I will send, it doesn't have to be this color. Send me a picture of your shoes, girl, and I'll send you the best color that matches for your shoes. So, all right. If you want this week's bonus, which is 3 free workouts that you can do on the trainer, and they're what I consider staple workouts, meaning you don't just do it once and move on. You do it, come back to it, I don't know, a month, 6 weeks later, do it again, measure your progress. That's right here. TriRightCoaching.com/bike dash, not hyphen. That's a dash. Oh, wait, it's a hyphen and a dash. It's not an underscore. Bonus. Go there. You can get your 3 free bike workouts. Just click on that form, print it out, and you can have those bike workouts. That is just for you guys. Okay, specific target. Here's the thing, guys. All right. Any Ironman athletes on this broadcast tonight? Anybody? Okay, you don't have to be an Ironman athlete to think this way. But here's what a lot of newer athletes, maybe even cyclists, I guess. Here's a lot of what a bunch of newer athletes think is that when they talk about, and when they ask, hey Barb, MJ, what miles per hour should I be shooting for in my race? It's one of those, where's my emoji? Shake my head. I needed a shake my head emoji. No. Miles per hour is not what you should be targeting. Okay? Because there's a couple of things. There's weather conditions, like wind. There's hills. There's turns. So when I see somebody who says, oh, I think I should be able to average 18 miles per hour for XYZ race. Really? How do you even know that? You don't know the hills, you don't know the terrain, you don't know the course, you don't know if there's going to be a ton of other bike riders in your way that you have to navigate through. It's not about miles per hour, guys. It's about effort. Think about this. Okay? I'm going to get a little deep on you. If you're going to tell me that you want to try and average 18, 20, whatever miles per hour you want to average, do you really think that you should be going 18 miles an hour up the hill and then 18 miles an hour down the hill? No, it's not how it works. And I can talk all day about this, but I'm not going to. But what you need to do is even effort, which means therefore you will slow down up that hill, let all these people pass you. And my very first experience on this, because when you're in a flat course, it's a little bit different. I mean, unless you have a headwind, tailwind. So real cool. In Ironman, Florida, the last time I did it, the tailwind was so strong, I didn't feel like I was pedaling at all, and I was doing 27, 28 miles an hour. I was like, this is beautiful. Like, why can't we have all races just be like this? It felt so easy. But the fact of the matter is that if I did, I took the tailwind and said, okay, no, let it blow me, and you know what? I'm only going to do 18 and 20 miles because that's what I said I was going to do. I'm doing way over that. I can relax. I can step back. It's not the same. It's about effort level. Hey, Robert. Hey, Morgan. Hey, Janine. Janine, did I show you these already? I think I did. I have not got them done because they're on fleek. They're still good. So it's about a specific target that you want to hit. It's about an average, it's about a target amount of watts. So when I work with people who have power meters, we're looking at zones, just very much like run zones, like heart rate zones, but we have power zones. So if you're, I'm not good with math in my head, but let's just say your FTP is 200. Ironman pace is going to be 65% of that. So I'll make you a range, 60 to 65%, or maybe even 65 to 70% of that 200, which is your FTP. FTP is functional threshold power. I'll get to that in a second. That's what you should stay in your Ironman. And every time you try and go uphill, what's going to happen is you're going to get out of that zone, and that's when you need to know that you need to step it back. And I think the problem that a lot of us have is there's egos, and you see other people passing you up. And let me go back to my story. So my very first hilly race with a power meter was Ironman Louisville. And I was just about trying to get the best race out of myself. I had a tandem couple. There's a guy, and he was a tandem. He had a blind guy on the back. These guys kept passing me on the uphills, and I'd pass them on the downhills. I'd pass them on the uphills, or they'd pass me on the uphills, I'd pass them on the downhills. I got so frustrated. I was like, I just want to ride away from these guys. Like, get away. There's no way that this tandem group here should be better than me. But I'm like, stay in my zone, stay in my zone, stay in my power. Like, just ignore what's going on around me. And here's what they're doing. When you power up that hill, you go into that red zone, you deplete a lot of your stores that you have, and then what you do, you get to the top of the hill, and then you coast down. And that's when me and the smarter athletes who have learned to use this properly, we're going to fly right by you on the downhill when it's easier. Okay? It's equal effort. It's just the same in running. And it's one of the I don't know if any of you Kara runners are on here, But it's one of the issues I have kind of with the Kara training program is that they'll give you, oh, you got to do, 10-minute miles for your long run. Well, if it's a flat course, that's great. But like if you go to Waterfall Glen, I'll see these people trying to hold that same pace going uphill and then slowing down on the downhill. It's the opposite way. It's actually opposite of what you think. So 95% of people out there are doing it wrong. You lucky people here on this broadcast tonight are learning how to do it right. Okay? What questions do you have? Hey, Darlene. Hey, Barb. You gear down, but still go too high with your power going up. Well, Barb, sometimes you run out of gear. And what you can do is change your cassette to the big, the most options that you have. But we can talk about that later. All right. So it gives you a specific target so that you're not just saying, oh, well, I'm just going to, it feels like I should be going 18 miles an hour, so I will. No, you actually have a number. Okay. Let me show you. So I actually have 2 different power meters. So this is what I started with, power tap. Okay. And then I moved to an SRM. Now these are, I guess at this point now they're kind of old school. There's a lot more options you guys have now. Hi. There's a lot more options you guys have now than these 2. But this is what I learned with, and what I can tell you is that the numbers on this power tap are different than the numbers on the SRM, and you need to know that. And I don't care what they are. I don't care if this one, what happened was when this one was reading 150, this one was reading 135. And if I had not figured that out, I would have been using one. This was on my race bike. This is on my training bike. If I had tried to go 150 on here, I would have ruined my races. So you have to figure it out. And I don't care. I don't care if it says 400. I don't really care. The fact is you got to compare apples to apples, oranges to oranges. This one measures power in the rear wheel, the rear hub. This one measures on the crank. So depending on where you measure the power, you're going to get a different reading. And again, in my opinion, I don't really care what it is that you're using as long as you stay consistent with that and compare apples to apples. That's how you're going to get your best results. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Natalie. Natalie, girl, you and I need to talk. Okay. If you're just joining in, thank you. I appreciate you guys all watching. But if you want the bonus, that means 3 free bike workouts for you. Okay, just download them, take them, do whatever you want. You can do them on a trainer with power or without power. It doesn't matter. It's TriRightCoaching.com, bike dash, not an underscore dash bonus. And you can get that. Okay. The last thing is it improves efficiency. Efficiency and quality with your training rides. And here's how that happens, you guys. I could sit there and say, hey, go and do 90-minute ride and make it, zone 3, do 10-minute warm-up, do 60 minutes in zone 3, 20 minutes in zone 4, 10-minute cool down. And if you're using heart rate or you're using rate of perceived exertion, okay, that's what you're going to do. If you're using power, very easy to tell if you're staying in the right zone. It's very easy to know if you're doing it right, if you are holding the right amount of effort. It's all about effort. So that's kind of what we're trying to do and what a power meter does for you. Now, next week, before I get to my cool little chart, I love this chart. I'm kind of proud of this chart. I should have used colors. But next week, I'm going to talk about how to prepare your bike for outdoor riding, because pretty soon here, it's time to get outdoors. You can win this TriRight water bottle, and it's got some nutrition in there, and it's also got some tire levers in there, because if you don't know how to change your flat tire and you don't have the tools, you're going to need that before you go outside. But this is what you'll win next week, so tune in. It's how to prepare for outdoor riding. So here's what I want to show you. So when I started Ironman, I went out of a book. I trained out of a book. I trained with a group of people, and we were all first-time Ironman athletes, and we thought we could do it, and we all predicted times that we thought we could do, and we all failed miserably because we didn't know any better. That was, 2005. That was 2005. So here was my time from Ironman, Wisconsin, 2005, 14:15. I thought I could do a sub 13, guys. Over an hour slower. I thought I'd never do Ironman again. Okay? But then I got mad, and I said I wanted to do it. He just wants to be in the show today. Sit down. All right. Then I hired a coach, and I did Ironman Coeur d'Alene in 2016, or 2006, a long time ago. 1352. Okay, guys? Hiring a coach and only improving, what is that? 15 plus 8, right? That's 20-something minutes to hire a coach after my first one. I was devastated. I thought I'd never do Ironman again. I really hated it at the time. Yeah, yes, it's great. Yes, Aaron, you're totally right. Interbasements, they sure help. Yes. I agree with you. I mean, it's you got a love-hate relationship with the power meter. Sometimes I want to take it and chuck it out the window because it's telling me I'm not working hard enough, but I feel like I'm working hard enough, but the numbers are showing differently. The only time I can tell you that it really was different was I actually had a flat tire. And I was working harder than the numbers showed. But I'm like, it feels like I'm going so much harder. Yeah, I had a flat tire. Then introduced power right after Coeur d'Alene. I got rid of that coach. I went to someone else and started using power. And then in 2007, dropped, gosh, that's almost 2 hours off my Ironman time. Now, and this is not just bike times. This is full time because two things. Once you learn what your FTP is, once you learn what your power is, you still have to learn to be efficient at that. I know plenty of ladies that were in my FTP area, general area, and we were the same weight because you want to look at watts per kilogram, that I could still crush because they didn't get efficient at it. They were always trying to be the best. They were always trying to kill the bike. It's not the goal. It's not the goal of the race. I mean, the goal is a triathlon. If you're just doing a cycling race, yes, that's what you want to do. But if you're doing a triathlon, you have to remember that you're still going to run after that bike. So you don't want to kill it. You don't want to give 100%. So, and then in 2008, I even dropped another 45 minutes. And I do attribute it to the bike. And even if all that time savings wasn't the bike, it was some the run, but it's because I became a more effective bike rider. And that's how I was able to continue on and have a really good run. I stopped overextending on the bike. I learned how to do it. Hey, Win. You just ordered a power meter? Win, what'd you get? I heard, okay, I'm trying to do research, you guys, but there are so many power meters out there right now that you could get, and I know they're expensive, but back in the day, I'll be honest with you, back in the day, this one was, I think, $1,200, and this one was $3,500. Yeah, you heard it right. This one is worth more than some people's bikes. I still wanted it because I wanted to go to Kona. Mission accomplished. Worth every penny of the $3,500. But that doesn't mean you have to do it because technology has come so far, and there are other companies, and there's more competition. And there wasn't a whole lot of power meters back when I was doing this. So now you have so many. I heard Stages is really good, so I'd like to see if someone in here has used Stages and what they think of it. Right? See? Okay, Dawn. Thank you. 27 minutes, exactly. And you know why? Because, well, with you, we worked on a lot of different things, but you become a really, really much better bike rider and much more efficient use of your energy systems. The Vector. Oh, Barb, I'm interested in hearing about that. Okay, if you guys want to get today's freebie, don't forget, you need to go to TriRightCoaching.com/bike-phone. Yeah, you can't see that slash because the light's there, but there's a slash. TriRightCoaching.com/bike bonus. Stages. Oh, Win. Good girl. Okay, you have to keep me posted because I'm super psyched about that. Because I think when you look at all factors, that one's kind of at the top. It's investment in your training, absolutely. And, I mean, I don't know. It still works pretty darn good. Again, all I really care about is to know that my effort is on point. It's exactly in the zone that I want to be in, depending on whatever workout I'm doing. What else was I going to say? Next week is how to prepare your bike for outdoor riding because we're getting ready for outdoor riding season here in Chicago. And you can win this. You can't win this power meter. Sorry. No. You can win this water bottle that's got some nutrition in it, some drink stuff, and some tire levers because we're going to talk about how you need to be able to train to change the tire on your bike. You need to have all the tools with you. You can't rely on someone else. You can't, but you're going to win this. Any other questions? Hey, Lindsay, how are you? Long time no see. Hey, Jonathan. Brand doesn't matter. Jonathan, I agree with you. Whatever you buy and use consistently. Jonathan, kudos to you, dude. That's exactly what I said earlier in the broadcast. It's apples and apples, orange. I don't care what you're using. And I don't care, because it's so funny. People are like, yeah, my FTP was like 320. And sure it was, because there's some meters that are inflated. But I don't care, because as long as I mean, I care if you're going to compare it to me, but if your power meter says you're doing 320 and all of a sudden you're able to bump that FTP up to 330 or 340 or good for you, because you're winning. It may not be accurate, but it doesn't really matter, because you're still winning. You're still improving. Hey, John, you're a full-time. Oh, John, no, you don't. You don't, though. Again, I am not very techie at all. These things are very user-friendly, I will say, okay. Whereas the SRM, I had it backwards. The SRM definitely, obviously, costs more than twice as much as this one. Has a lot more. It's probably more accurate. Has a lot more bells and whistles. This one to me was more user-friendly. The reason why I did it, the power tap is attached to your rear wheel hub. This one's in the crank arm. I had race wheels. I had 2 sets of race wheels. That means 3 power tap hubs. I didn't want to get 3. Okay? I wanted to be able to swap out whichever my disc, my 404, or my training wheel, and still be able to have the same power meter, which is why I went with the SRM. This one, the power tap, is on my road bike now. It's only in my rear hub because I don't have race wheels for my road bike, and those are 700s. My tri-bike is 650s. I'm probably losing some of you beginners out there, but it doesn't really matter. All I'm saying is apples to apples, oranges to oranges. You're right on. Hey, how do you like those P1 pedals? I just had someone ask me about those. How do you like them? There's a little bit of delay. Brand doesn't matter, though, if you want ease of maintenance. Oh, it does matter. Why, Jonathan? What's the? I'm gonna have to continue some of these conversations later, because I am not privy to all the new models and makes that have come out. I know there's a ton, which I think is great for all of you guys just getting into this and just starting to look at power meters, because competition is better. It's better for you guys. How do you deal with the difference between CompuTrainer Power versus Power Tap? Power Tap and CompuTrainer, Bill, should be dead on equal. When I'm on my CompuTrainer and I use this Power Tap, I'm within 1 watt average. And if it's not, your CompuTrainer is not calibrated right. The Quarg, I think the Quarg always inflates your number. So what I would do is do an FTP test, get both averages, and then use that number going forward. So if this one says that you did like a 250, and your Quarg said you did like a 290, which I'm telling you, it's crazy how I think it was inflated. But then use that going forward. Hey, Eric. Oh, yeah, nope, that's exactly it. Thank you for putting that in there. Miss you. Hi, Chris. Miss you too. Mwah. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, grab tonight's free bonus. It's 3 free bike workouts for you. TriRightCoaching.com/bike hyphen, not underscore, bonus. Download those. Join me next week, next Sunday night, 7 p.m., when I talk about how to get your bike ready for outdoor riding. You don't want to be unprepared. You want to make sure that you have everything you need for changing a flat tire. You want to make sure your bike is in shape. I'm going to cover all of that for you. So I hope you'll join me. And if you want to win tonight's freebie, which is the book on how to train and race with power, all you have to do is share this video. Thank you guys so much for hopping in. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Sunday night.